Hello and welcome back to Remnant 2. So, now that we've talked to the soldier here, we gotta keep on going through this area. The good part is now it should be pretty straightforward. We just have to find one of the dungeons. Because there's a specific dungeon we don't want to go to yet. Because we need to go there actually with the part of Lydusa. Because there's 3 endings to this DLC. There's a good ending, a bad ending, and like a worse ending. And I would like to start with the good ending. Okay, yeah, so that's where we have to go for the statue. I want to get all the other dungeons at least found. Plus, I want to kind of get through some of it so we can check back on the egg. Because it's actually, the weapon we get, I think, is really good. And it works really well with detonation trigger. I'm sure if you watch other bits of gameplay or check out the wiki, you've seen the weapon you get, but I'm excited for it. Have it on my main character, and it's fun. A lot of people, I don't see a lot of people use it. I see a lot of people run like the final boss weapon, because that's also stupidly good. Yeah, for the sake of being a completionist, we'll just walk out this way. Oh. It was worthwhile for the simulacrum alone. Admittedly, I have like a dozen simulacrums ready to go. Mostly that's because I'm waiting to get all the corrupted weapons, then I can trick them out. Because there's a few that are noteworthy. Yeah, so here we go. That's a Trinity memento, one of the pieces you need to make the amulet. I have heard some people say that you can find them all in one run, some people say you have to do 3 runs. I don't know. I go off the you can do it in 3 runs because that makes sense. Wait a second. Okay, I'd never found this before. What is here, then? Burden of the Mason, huh. Impairs dodges by 1 weight class, increases melee damage by 35% of the wearer's total damage reduction. Okay, so could do something with that. I thought that hole in the wall looked a little suspicious. I kind of wish the reward was a little better, but hey, it's a free ring. I can't complain too much. I bet you could do something with that and the, like, unarmed punching ring. Yeah, this is the path to the dungeon we'll have to go to later. But we'll go in just to get it marked. Yeah, Goddess's Rest. So I will say this here and now. If you are doing the good run, you have to go here. If you're doing the bad ending, you can come here and you'll get a boss fight. And in that boss fight, you will get... yeah, you will get the weapon mod Searing Wounds. We won't be doing the boss fight, we're gonna go for the good ending, so this is as far as we're going for the moment. And we'll head back to the other gate, and we'll just meet you there. Okay, so we're not at the gate yet, but I figured we'd do a little detour and clear out the rest of this area. Mostly because on the way there I noticed I forgot this part, and I was like, why not? We're already here. Let's just knock it all out. No sense in trying to come back here later and do this segment. What do we have here? Ah, Thalos Islet. And you can find some of this stuff in normal Yaesha runs. So don't sweat it if you can't find it in your run or whatever happens. I find a lot of people still think that some of these, or a lot of these drops are like specified to an area, and they're specified to a world but not always to a set spot. I don't trust that. Also, I don't need to jump into the water at all. Okay, so there's nothing here. Thought maybe there'd be a little hidey thing there. Yep, we can't go that way, so yeah, that's the whole area. We'll come back, pull this lever once we actually go through that upper area. Alright, now let's go through here and get to the next dungeon. This'll be a fun one. The Earthen Colosseum is an interesting encounter. I will admit, this is another boss fight that feels more like a, hey, we went for an aesthetic rather than a boss fight. And the aesthetic is cool. It's just, you know, you can tell. Yeah, the power of improved AoEs is undeniable, to say the least.
Here they come.
I do wish the Invoker, one of their abilities would be to summon an army of these stone soldiers. We're actually going to go back the other way and clear that out first, because that's the boss right there. And even though I think that's just a interconnected set of rooms, I'd like to clear it out. A little more loot, a little more, I guess, loot, because I don't need anything else. I don't benefit from XP at this point. I'll keep saying it, I wish we didn't have a level cap. I would actually take the traversal bonus if I didn't have a level cap. But because I do, I look at it and I'm like, I don't really want that. And they could just bring back all the old traits, because then no one's going to complain because you have infinite levels. It doesn't mean anything. You don't have to stack them up or... Oh yeah, I remember this area. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this part of the dungeon... Not this part, but the other part of the dungeon. Yeah, that's gonna be a trip. Admittedly, it's stupidly easy if you know what to do. It's unfortunate that it's so easy to cheese some of these puzzles, but I'm not gonna complain. I think it's fair that we can do it because it is a resource expenditure. So, let's cheese this. Trap, steppable, steppable, safe, trap, steppable, steppable, safe, trap, steppable, steppable, safe. Even though you're supposed to use that other panel to figure out the pattern, I'm also like, yeah, I could do that. Or I could just do this. Okay, so why are you... Huh. Well, aren't you just peculiar? Don't tell me the first time I did this was sheer luck. Let's try to dig up some free ammo. So, can't go that way. So we have to go to here. Okay, and then to here, then here, then here, 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 and should be right here. Yeah, another, dodge build item. On one hand, I think it's great because it gives players who do the Invader class something. Let's go see what's going on down here. Ah, you. Now we gotta wait for you to expose your heart. The Invoker, mixed with Ritualist, I have seen melt that guy without his heart exposed. It's pretty crazy. I want to say it feels like it trivializes things, but it doesn't. It's just when you play on low difficulties, everything seems trivial. But if you were running this on, like, Apocalypse, you're getting jumped. There's no two ways around it. Huh, I may have to... Yeah, I think I'll have to fall through at a certain angle to get into that room. Fine by me, I can run back over and fall. Nothing over here. Right. I have to try to remember the pattern a little bit. And then should be just like... there. Moonstone, that's something I haven't picked up before. Increases reload speed by 15%. Every third manual reload will reload both firearms and increase range damage by 15% for 10 seconds. That's okay, I guess. It's definitely not a standout, I'll say that. It definitely sucks if you're using, like, single-shot weapons, because then you can't manually reload. And you're just being denied a bunch of damage. And if you're just wearing it for the 15% reload speed, I'm sure there are better items. But let's go fight that boss. Yeah, first time through, I didn't even know there was a pattern. I just shot the floor and followed the first available path, and that was apparently the correct one. Dumb luck, I guess. Alright, let's get a quick heal up, refill, and fight the boss. Hey, Summons, you wanna, like, come in here? Or are you just good hanging out outside? Man, I love when summons just don't work. And then I just hug an edge here and just keep hitting him. Yeah, at this point I'm just gonna de-summon those idiots and try to resummon them. Because at least having one in here is better than nothing. Okay, I wanted to test and see if you could shoot those and if they'd do anything. Okay, so that boss drops the Pallid Lodestone. And once we get out of here and get to a nice safe point, we'll head out, build it, and you can see what it is. So, this one gives us abrasive rounds. So, bleed. Increases lifesteal by 5% for 20 seconds and applies bleeding. It's not the most amazing thing ever. It does fill out our current roster of, I guess, imbuement mods. But it is nice to have. If you wanted to go crazy, you could slap Twisting Wounds on it. I don't think that they will stack. And it is kind of funny that they give you that mod in this DLC where it is by far in the worst place it could be placed, because everybody's immune to bleed. That's why I'm waiting for the Nerude one to be like, everyone's immune to electric attacks or something stupid.
This looks like it could be useful.
I am a little perplexed because I think there should be another dungeon I'm missing. I think when I throw the lever I'm gonna investigate, unless it's right here. It might be right here. Yeah, I think that's it. So, we'll talk to Walt quick.
That monster. How could she? I swear to... Oh, it is my friend. Thank goodness. I am... not well. Not well at all.
I'll talk to you in a second. You.
The thing
Okay.
about dreams is that eventually, as do we all.
What's the matter,
What
Walt?
does it think is the matter? My hopes and dreams have crumbled and fallen. The lost tribe is no more, and the secrets of her power are lost. I will never escape. It is either a life of loneliness in the jungle or of deplorable servitude back home. I cannot go back. I will not go back to that life of misery. But I cannot hide in the wreckage of the lost tribe either, barely scraping by. There is nothing left for me. My dream is dead. I am a walking corpse.
That mural looks intense.
Hideous. Difficult to look at. Being alone with this new truth has been... It has been... Just know that I am glad for the company.
What did you find out?
What did I find? If it must know, proof of heinous betrayal and cruel misuse of power. And the downfall of my lost tribe at her despicable hands. Once the Pan priesthood had pried every last secret of the living stones from the captured goddess Lydusa, they granted her the mercy of truth. A bitter truth that would ruin everything they'd worked so hard to build. See, Thelos had long ago died from injury sustained during his capture. A tragic and unintentional loss, as he was well loved by his people. But the goddess went mad! In her fury, she broke free from her prison. Then she...
What did she do?
She murdered them. In a cold, cruel rage, she turned the Pan's living constructs against them. And together, they swept through that utopian kingdom and decimated the lost tribe. Only the priests remained, confined to the throne room. Drenched in blood, she demanded Thelos' body, but it had long since been burned. They could not comply even if they wished to, but she did not care. She is incapable of such emotion. She killed them, and that was that. The end of my lost tribe. They're gone. Destroyed. Forever. All because of a failed goddess who did not think us worthy of her power. She must pay. It is wrong. Wrong!
At least you found the truth, right?
Truth be damned! I was not doing this for truth. I wanted to find the lost tribe and join their society. And once I found out about their power over stones, I had foolishly hoped to overthrow Genus and her tyrannical hold over the Pan. I dreamed of a Yaesha where every Pan could rise and fall based on their own merits. Where they're free to choose what shape their life will take. Where there is no cabal of immortal elites who treat us like expendable pawns. But it is over. Finished. The lost tribe is gone, and the goddess, her secrets are her own once again. It is hopeless.
I don't have any more questions.
And broken, but he will help his friend if at all possible. Make...
Still 10,000 or 100,000. Yeah, so Walt's not doing too well. But I believe this is the dungeon I was looking for. Yep, Proving Grounds. This is one of the dungeons of all time. I will be honest, I really don't like this one. It's just, to me it's not fun. But you'll see why, and I'll explain it as we go, but it's an experience. Also, when you do this one, do it solo. And hopefully on low difficulty. And the thing is, this dungeon, once you beat it once, you will never want to do it again. It's one of those make sure you got everything the first run through, just so you never have to come back kind of deals, which is unfortunate. Like any other dungeon, if it pops up in my rotation, I'm just like, oh cool, okay, I can go do that, I'll go fight a boss, I'll do whatever. This one, I think if people always complain about these like region expansion DLCs because to them it's all recycled content, which to a degree, yeah. Environmental assets are recycled. I don't care too much about that. Because in the end, if they did a new zone with the content in each of these, it would be a very sparse zone. It would be a one and done. And who really wants that? Nobody would really be looking forward to a dungeon or a environment you clear once and you've experienced all the content. At least with this style, it integrates into the rest of the game. Additional run-throughs and whatever. You get to experience kind of remixes. Sometimes it feels really weird when you have some of these enemies pop up in places they shouldn't, but what can you do? So you're going to notice something about this whole thing. This is all, at least this portion, is a parkour map. The Proving Grounds are a giant obstacle course, which I'm not too big a fan of. It's the kind of design that I'm just like, oh. And a big reason is I don't like platforming or puzzling in this kind of sense. Simply because this game isn't really built for it. It's like when Destiny tries to include platforming. And the whole time you're doing it, you're just kind of groaning. You're like, oh my god, why are you doing this? You know, your mobility system isn't built for it. Or as we see in higher difficulties, those dart traps will one-shot you. I was doing this on like the easiest difficulty, but a 3-man team and one dart would kill you. And so it's a matter of like, where's the fun in this? Like getting one tapped sucks. That was the battle set. Make sure I have all this stuff properly favorited so I can actually show it off. So yeah, the battle set, it's okay. It goes well with the Realm Walker Beret or the Field Medic mask. That is the one fun part, is like you can at least mix and match some of this stuff. Which is something I wish they would do more of. I would like to see more armor sets that are of a certain aesthetic. So here's the military outfits. Here's, like we have with the armor for the Invoker class, kind of like here's the Yaesha armor. Stuff like that I think is fun and it adds to the experience. Okay, how do I get out of here again? I think there's a broken gate. Yep. Thought there was a broken gate here. But yeah, it would be cool. It does suck though. Like, if you had pre-ordered the game like I did, getting, like, the Void armor, just because it's from ROM. And it's one of those things that it's hard to really bring back or to make additional armor sets without going to ROM. And it just kind of feels like a kick in the nuts to be like, oh, remember the place you thought was really cool? Well, you can't go back there. And to be fair, I do understand, like, the way summons work now is different, though I do miss the turret. God, I miss the turret summon. That was so useful. I'm hoping we get a remix of that for the... Well, I guess we do have the turret with the engineer class. As I say, I hope we get a remix of that for Nerud, but who knows? I forgot there were additional enemies throughout this dungeon. And I'm going to be doing all of the, like, special areas that I can remember, at least. Just so you guys don't have to, like, come back through or anything. And because some of them actually kind of streamline the dungeons. Or the... I guess the challenges. Like, you'll go through them, and if you actually do the shortcut, it's faster. Like, I know this one, it's faster to actually do it for the secret. Gotta find the button. It's to the right here. Okay, so now that's dropped. Pop a relic for the heal. Ah, I took too long. Shouldn't have went for the heal. Okay, so we run over here. Face this way. And then jump. And we're through the secret. Collect our loot. Floodlit diamond that we showed off before. Bonus against exposed guys. And boom, we're finished. It's kind of funny how it just streamlines the process. And then our next one, this one's a little more of a challenge, at least to figure out initially, because it's different. So, hold that for a second, I believe. Wait for the saw blades. Yep, okay, so we wait here. Oh no, I remember what it is. Oh yeah, you can also get a trait if you die like 15 times with this curse active and you destroy the statues of yourself. Okay, I remember what it is. So, you step here. Yep, turn around, and there's the door. So we let it go. And now we have a boss down here. Skullcracker and cubes. Could be worse, could be a lot better. Cubes make this fight a bit annoying. Luckily, he's no match for the tremors here. But now he's dead, so we get up here. Actually, yeah. I am not going to try that because that door will probably shut on me. I could have made that, but I'd rather be safe. And that is part 1. There's actually a second part to this. Because now we need to get to there. Which is more of a challenge than you'd think. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this stuff. Okay, so that's a lethal drop. I was kind of hoping I could just leap there, but nope. And it didn't even count as a petrified death. Upside is this is all done, so... Might as well get the maximum damage reduction. It does suck having to, like, wait for these doors, but I guess it's to further cement, like, hey, there are doors you have to sit and wait at. You may want to consider this. I think I did that one wrong. Yeah, I did. A little unfortunate, because I'll have to find a way back around, but... Yeah, because I need to actually go the other way. One thing that can help you is running the black cat ring. Oh, I should have slid. Yeah, because that was another path. Ah. The other trick you could do, which will do it, is explore. Because now we have improved mobility. we lose our passive regen, but we are able to climb and move generally faster. This combined with the black cat ring will get you pretty far, and we'll just slide in. There we go. Dark Sea Armada crest. On relic use, all elemental damage dealt is increased by 15% for 15 seconds. So yeah, your Invoker and your... I have to check it every time. Ritualist. I want to say Hexer, but that's never it. Your Ritualist. That combo is now even deadlier. So we'll pull that, and now I'm going to run back through, because I swear there was another door that I missed. If I'm wrong, well, it'll just cut back to here. Okay, so I was wrong. There was nothing there. I completed all of it. Yay. Now we drop down, and we're here at the end. Might as well switch back to my appropriate class here. The ceramic flask. So we'll go check that out once we leave here. Thankfully there's no more puzzles.
What did you...
Okay, so the ceramic flask gives us the flying bomb trap.
Okay, we're done.
This one is interesting. Fires a projectile that deploys up to 5 traps upon contacting the ground. Each trap can launch a flask of deadly liquid up to 15 meters when an enemy travels above, and will rearm once every 3 seconds. Flask detonations release a 10.5 meter shockwave, which deals 150 damage and splashes targets within 6 meters of the center for 591.6 acid damage, applying corroded for 1,392 damage over 40 seconds. Lasts 20 seconds or 10 flask launches. Actually, since we're here, I want to test something. Maybe this mod is actually really good, depending on how this pans out. Okay, we're full charge. Reset. Oh yeah. So combine that with detonation trigger. If you really wanted to, you could run like twisting wounds, detonation trigger. Yeah, detonation trigger, twisting wounds, and then the bomb. And you would deal fire from the explosion, you would deal bleed from hits, and you would deal acid from the actual mod. That's a pretty good combo. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.